गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः यात इषुः शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः शिवा शरव्यायात पतयानो रुद्रमृडया याते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवाशन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसि पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वदसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगद यक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अद्य वोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो देव्योऽभिषक् अहेगश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रिताः सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेडयेमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वाभूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो येगस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोर्रात्रियोर्ज्याम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा अवतत्य धनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशते शुधे निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भवा विज्यं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उता अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निशङ्गतिः याते हेतिर्मीढुष्टमहस्ते बभूवते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधायानातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अधो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्रयम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्पिञ्जराय त्विषेमते पथीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्लुषाय विव्याधिनेन्नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तथा विनेक्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नम उच्चैर्घोषायाक्रन्दयते पत्तीनां पतये नमो नमः कृष्णवेदाय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः सृगाविभ्यो जिगागुंसद्भ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो सिमद्भ्यो नक्तं चरद्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नमः उष्णीषिणे गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नम इषुमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नम आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठभ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्यो अश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगणाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रुभ्यः सङ्ग्रहेतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमश्वभ्यश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च क्षितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च क्षिपिविष्टाय च नमो मीढुष्टमाय चेषुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे चाजिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीभ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय च वस्वन्याय च नमः द्रोतस्याय च द्वेप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय च पगल्भाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुद्धियाय च नमः सोभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय च वसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्ष्याय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय च आशुरधाय च नमः शूराय च वविन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरोधिने च नमो बिल्विने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च कनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे चेषुधिमते च नमस्तेक्ष्णे च वेचायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः स्तुत्याय च पथ्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सोद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैजन्ताय च नमः कोप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वर्ष्याय च वर्ष्याय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईद्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्म्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च ॐ हर 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 ॐ नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय च रुणाय च नमः शङ्गाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्काराय नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमस्तीर्थ्याय च कोल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः षष्प्याय च भेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च नम इरिण्याय च प्रपथ्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयणाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमः स्तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्प्याय च नमः पागुंसव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नमः पूर्व्याय च सोर्म्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णशद्याय च नमोपगुरमाणाय चाभिघ्नते च नमः आखिदते च प्रखिदते च नमो वत्किरिकेभ्यो देवानागं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नम आनिर्हतेभ्यो नम आमीवत्केभ्यः ग्रापे अन्धसस्पदे दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां माभेर्मारोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत् या ते रुद्रशिवा तनु शिवा विश्वाह भेषजे शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजीतयानो मृडजीवसे इमागुं रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिम् यथा नश्यमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननादुरम् मृडानो रुद्रोदनो मयस्कृति क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्चं च योश्च मनुराय जे पिता तदस्यामतव रुद्रप्रणीतो मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितम् मानो वधे पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वदेर्हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आरात्ये गोघ्नमुत पूरुषग्ने क्षयद्वीराय नमस्मेते अस्तु रक्षाजनो अधिजदेव ब्रूह्यथा जनः शर्म यच्छद्विबरुहाः स्तुतिश्रुतं गर्तसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रं मृडाजरिद्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निव बन्धु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतुर्वृणक्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरा मघवद्भ्यस्तनुष्वमीढस्तोकायतनयाय मृडया मीढुष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भवा परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्यं वसानमाचर पिनाकं बिभ्रतागहे विगिरित विलोकित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुम्नेदयोन्यमस्मन्निव बन्धुताः सहस्राणि सहस्रदा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचेनामुखाकृते सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्याम् तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसे अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवाधे नीलग्रीवाचितिकण्ठा शर्वा अतः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाचितिकण्ठादिवगुं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु तस्मिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखास कपर्दिनः ये अन्येषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् ये पथां पतिरक्षय ऐलभृतायव्युधः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति शुकावन्तो निषङ्गिणः यगेतावन्तस्य भूयागुंसस्य दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसे नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषावन्नं वातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचेर्दशोदीचेर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु तेयं विष्मो यस्य नोद्वेष्टितं वोजं भेदधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु एते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरधिरुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्येनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि तमुष्टु हि यस्त्रिषुः सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वामहेसो मनसाय रुद्रन्नमो भिर्देवमसुरन्दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजो यगुं जीवाभिमर्शनः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan, respected trustees, dear elders, dear brothers and sisters, Sai Ram. In a poem written by Bhagwan in 1950 to a devotee, Swami says, whom if countless number of people praise, it won't be an exaggeration, meaning of whose leelas cannot be explained, or is there a limit to them? The happiness by touching whom cannot be explained in words, whose nectarine words, even if we listen forever, we are never satisfied. That Avatara Purusha is this little Sai, who has taken the name of Puttapartisha, to whom, if these words are possible to be believed, come near and know for yourself, O devotees. Bhagwan, as commanded by you, today the doctors from across the globe have assembled at your lotus feet to experience the Sri Sathya Sai Healthcare Mission as part of the 100 years of Sri Sathya Sai Avatar. Bhagwan, starting from sage Bharadwaja, who was cured of paralysis by sprinkling of water from your divine hands, you cancelled multiple cancers with your words, removed multiple tumors by creating surgical instruments out of thin air. The list of your leelas in medicine are endless. As an answer to Mother Ishwaramba and to provide mankind an opportunity to serve you, you sowed the seed for Sri Sathya Sai Healthcare Mission in form of Sri Sathya Sai General Hospital in 1954, providing medical treatment completely free of cost. What started as a single doctor clinic has expanded into 2 big general hospitals, 2 super specialty hospitals, and multiple mobile hospitals across the country. The mission has expanded across the globe with medical camp and hospital-grade treatments happening free of cost in multiple places with your divine name. We will begin the proceedings with offering of program card and conference brochure to Bhagwan by senior doctors of the hospital. Our first speaker today is Dr. Sundaresh DC, Director of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, Whitefield, a senior orthopedic surgeon. Dr. Sundaresh's association with Bhagwan spans over 7 decades, and he is fortunate to have seen Bhagwan's healthcare mission grow from the seedling stage. I request Dr. Sundaresh to address us.
I offer my humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our dear Lord Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected trustees of the Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust, invited guests, revered elders, dear Sai brothers and sisters, I deem it my privilege to stand before you and welcome you to this global conference on the Sathya Sai Ideal Healthcare Mission. I'm happy to note that the response from the doctors from all over India and some from overseas has been overwhelming. We have over 800 registered delegates. I heartily welcome all the delegates who have registered. This conference is being organized to rededicate ourselves to the Sathya Sai Healthcare Mission, and as a part of the celebrations to commemorate the centenary year of the advent of Bhagwan Baba. The fact that this healthcare model has flourished for 7 decades now proves that it is a robust model and that there is an overflowing grace of Bhagavan in this. We don't need to prove this to anybody. About the work being done here is seen in the faces of millions of people who have benefited from it. The goal is to spread this message of love through healthcare delivery and to encourage more and more people to participate in this mission and try to emulate this in their own environments. The Sathya Sai General Hospital at Prasanthi Nilayam, which was started on the request of Mother Ishwarama, started in 1956 as a small hospital with 8 beds and has grown to a 120-bed multi-speciality hospital today, offering services to a lot of people in and around this area, catering to almost more than 5 lakh people within a 12-kilometer radius in more than 300 villages. Following this, the Sathya Sai General Hospital at Whitefield was started as a small mother and child hospital to meet the needs of the local population. At that time, Whitefield was not a part of Bangalore city, it was outside of the city municipal corporation. The general hospital, which is currently relocated to the premises of the Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences at Whitefield, served a lot of patients for all these years. Today, the general hospital has an outpatient strength of more than 500 per day and do more than 12 to 15 major surgeries per day in the 4 operating rooms. The thing to note here is that though the services are all free, there is no compromise on the quality of care given, either by way of manpower or by way of equipment. Volunteer doctors of all specialists come to this sacred temple of healing from all over the country and across the world to render their services to the benefit of the patients who come to us. Being a general specialty hospital, it covers all the specialties like general surgery, general medicine, orthopedics, ENT, ophthalmology, urology, and obstetrics and gynecology. The hallmark of this hospital from the beginning has always been the number of volunteer doctors who come and work here on a regular basis, but with a fixed schedule as well. This has helped the patients to get expert help in the area of need. During the 65th birthday celebrations in 1990, Bhagwan Baba in his discourse announced and made an astounding declaration that he's going to start a super specialty hospital to cater to cardiac patients at Puttaparthi. This was a surprise to a number of elders around and to the whole crowd that was there, because in a small hamlet in Puttaparthi, to think of building a super specialty hospital for cardiac care was unthought of, beyond comprehension for the normal, but for the divine, it was a sankalpa. Keeping in line with the sankalpa that Baba made, a palatial building of 350,000 square feet was ready, and the first operation was conducted a year later in 1991, and the hospital was inaugurated on the 22nd of November 1991. This was the birth of the third unit of the Sathya Sai Ideal Healthcare Mission. The hospital grew to add other specialties like urology, ophthalmology, orthopedics, plastic surgery, and gastroenterology. The super specialty hospital at Whitefield was started by a similar surprising announcement by Bhagavan in the year 2000. A year later, in 2001, was born a palatial white building of almost 325,000 square feet, which took a year to build, which was essentially meant for cardiac and neurosciences. Both these specialties, when it was started, were led by senior, experienced doctors with state-of-the-art equipment, enabling complex cardiac and neurosurgeries. The hospital is equipped with modern diagnostic equipment and has 12 fully equipped operating rooms to cater to the needs of the patients and to the satisfaction of the professionals operating there. Healthcare at the doorstep. Baba was not satisfied with what had happened so far. So he said we should take healthcare to the doorstep of people who need it. This gave birth to the mobile hospital in 2006, and which provided holistic health care to over 5 lakh people in 300 villages in and around Puttaparthi. This is a very unique model, and I'm sure you'll hear more of it during the deliberations over the next 2 days. The USP of all these hospitals has been what we term today as the ideal healthcare mission of Baba. It has to be universal, it has to be free, it has to be comprehensive, and it has to be given with love and compassion, and it has to include the preventive aspects as well. All these are being done even today with the best of technology in diagnostics and treatment-related equipment. There is no compromise in the material use or the equipment we purchase. It's all state-of-the-art and the latest. To add to this, I think very few hospitals can boast of a completely paperless outpatient department. All our patient records in the outpatient department are paperless, and we are fully digital, thereby reducing the carbon print of the world. Because the services offered are free of cost and of very high quality, patients from all over the country flock to these hospitals. Thereby, the numbers are large and difficult to manage. But we have overcome this problem and difficulty for the patients to be seen by creating a very robust appointment system. Today, all the patients come to the hospitals by appointment and are seen on the same day that they arrive without having to wait outside of the gates of the hospital. Volunteerism is again the hallmark of the Sathya Sai ideal healthcare mission. We have, as I mentioned, volunteers in doctors and other healthcare professionals. But the other significant contribution is through the Sathya Sai organization by way of Sevadar. These dedicated volunteers come on a weekly basis or a fortnightly basis and do all kinds of menial jobs to support the healthcare delivery in all these hospitals. Thanks to the Sathya Sai Central Trust for their constant support, which costs over 1,000 crores, 100 crores each year. Going forward, it will probably be more. The question that I am frequently asked is, where does this money come from? The fact that we need to understand and convey to everybody is that this comes from unsolicited donations from devotees of Baba. And the monies used for expenditure in these hospitals are from the interest generated in a corpus fund. This is important to know and to show the world that this model of healthcare is possible and it can be replicated. The fact that this has existed for over 70 years now is a proof of that. Bhagavan Baba did this out of his infinite love for humanity and to ease their sufferings. Anyone with this feeling can do this. There is no dearth for money in this world. The only thing missing is the love for the fellow human being. To take this healthcare mission to the next level, we now have a memorandum of understanding with two leading universities in the world, one in Tokyo and another in Chicago in the United States of America. The university in Tokyo is called the Tokyo Science University, and in Chicago it's the University of Chicago Medicine Department. This has been made to facilitate exchange of skills and to facilitate research across these three institutions. Dear brothers and sisters, we will deliberate in this aspect in greater detail in the next 2 days at the Sathya Sai Hira Convention Center. I pray to Bhagavan to bless all of us, and I request all of you here, the medical professionals, to hop on aboard this voyage under the direct guidance of Bhagavan Sathya Sai Baba and make your life useful. Jai Sai Ram.
Our next speaker today, Sri S.S. Naganand, Trustee of Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust and Senior Advocate of both Supreme Court and High Court of Karnataka. Sri Naganand has been serving in Bhagwan's healthcare mission for many decades. I request Naganand sir to address us.
Shri Sai Ram. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Brahmaika Murtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Most revered Bhagwan, professionals from the medical fraternity from all over the world, my fellow trustees, devotees of Bhagwan who have assembled here, and the multitudes who are watching this program live across the world through Radio Sai and Sai Media Center. I bring you hearty greetings on this lovely Saturday morning. The sun is shining, the clouds are hovering around, so Puttaparthi is not as hot as it normally is. So those of you who are wearing jackets will be a little uncomfortable in this weather, but I assure you that if you come in your jackets in summer, they'll get wet in about 25 seconds if you sit in this hall. I've been asked to say a few words. I'm in a dilemma. The same dilemma I expressed to Bhagwan in 1999, when one day Bhagwan invited me for an interview, and at that time he invited me consecutively for several days, and it was his grace and blessing in Vrindavan, Whitefield. On the last or the third day, he said, I have an assignment for you. So I was waiting to listen, and Bhagwan said, I want you to be a trustee in the Sri Sathya Sai Medical Trust. In those days, Swami had set up two trusts. One was the Sathya Sai Central Trust, which is situated here in Puttaparthi, and that's the apex trust, if we can call that. And there was a medical trust to do medical relief work, and that was the one which was running the hospitals. So when Bhagwan said this to me, I was a bit taken aback and shocked, because I'm not a doctor, I belong to a legal profession, and except for my devotion to Bhagwan because of my father and our family, I had no other connection to medical world except to go to a doctor when I had some trouble. Otherwise, there was no other reason for me to be in the medical fraternity. So I looked very blank and said, Swami, I'm not a doctor, very sheepishly, as though he didn't know. But then he smiled and said, no, you must be there in the trust. There were only 3 trustees at the time, and I'm going to be one of them. So I said, Swami, I don't know anything about medical profession, so I'm not sure what I will do there. So then he said, you don't worry, you just be there, and I will do everything. So I touched his feet tightly, held it tightly, and said, Swami, if you say that, then your wish is my command. I'll do anything that you want me to do. And that's how I got inducted as a trustee of the Sri Sathya Sai Medical Trust. And that was a time just before the building of the Whitefield Hospital, as Dr. Sundaresh just now mentioned, in 2001 that was built. So this exhilarating exchange took place about a year before that. And after that, there's not much work that Swami gave me. There were no meetings of trustees like we have, no minutes of meeting, no agenda, nothing. There was only one agenda, and that is to come for Swami's darshan whenever possible. That was the only agenda. The greatest thing that you must understand is, when Swami said, I will run it, you don't have to do anything, it was not just some sympathetic words that he uttered. He meant every word. Those are the doctors who served during Swami's time will remember, every day Swami used to first talk to the doctors, then talk to the university vice-chancellor. When he came for darshan, from there, he would come straight to the veranda and look at who the doctors there. And any problem in the hospital, anything that was needed in the hospital, Swami would look at the desire in the eyes of the director and said, come, let us discuss. He knew exactly what was the problem that was there on that moment. So Swami used to call them, talk to them. Sometimes he would hear them in the veranda and dispose it off. Otherwise, this was a standard practice. If it was little longer discussion, then afternoon darshan when Swami came, the first person to be called in would be the medical doctors or the university, and only thereafter others who had anything to place before Bhagwan in the organization aspect he was calling. Every single rupee that was spent in the hospital was spent under the direct signature of Bhagwan. I mean, many people ask me, so many institutions, how was Bhagwan running it? He was the sole trustee of Central Trust. There was a fantastic mechanism that was laid down. Every single rupee had to go under Swami's signature on a check to draw the money to the hospitals. And these checks were not issued just like how we nowadays do in corporate world. Somebody sends up a check, you sign it and just close your eyes and go. It was not like that. The budget, the previous month's expenditure, and the two finance heads of the hospitals had to be there and explain to Bhagwan what was last month, what is this month, how many doctors are there last month, how many are there this month, how many staff are there, how many left, how many have joined, why we are spending more on medicines, why we are spending less on something else, how much electricity is being consumed. All of this would be summarized before Bhagwan. Only if he is satisfied, then he will authorize, sign the check himself, and the money would get transferred and the hospitals would run. This is on the financial side. But on the medical side, I've heard stories of many doctors telling us that when they were in great difficulty, they were not sure what is to happen, he used to help them and guide them in medical world. I remember many years ago, I visited one of Swami's hospitals in Rajkot. It was another trust which owned it. And I met a senior doctor there, Srimati Varshaben Shah. She was the head of the department in the government hospital in Ahmedabad, but she was coming here for heart surgeries. And I asked her, why do you come here? She said, see, I don't know anything. I've never had Swami's darshan. But I come to the operation theatre. There's a Swami photo outside. The minute I see that photo, whatever problems are there in the surgery are just resolved. She says, many times I'm actually operating, and I say, oh God, this is a problem. What do I do now? And suddenly a solution comes up. She says, this has never happened to me in any hospital where I worked, and this is the only place it happens. A few months after my meeting her, for the first time there was a medical conference like this, she came here. And she was seated here in the audience. So nobody told Swami anything about her. And Swami came for darshan, and this is what I saw. He came, stopped by her, looked at her, and talked to her, and said, you are a devoted doctor. If you have devotion, all the problems of the patients you can solve. This is what Swami told her. And later on, she recounted this interaction. She says, first time I'm coming for Swami's darshan. I've never seen him before. But on the very first occasion he came, he knew everything about her and guided her. So what I'm saying is, this is Swami's style of functioning. Now we look at it and say, why should all this be done? Swami always said that we should help others, help ever, hurt never. Now, why is it that we should do this? In Shankaracharya, in one of his works, he asks a question. He says, Kim manusheshu ishtataram, means what is it that is liked by everybody? And the answer he gives is swa parahitaya udyatamam janma, means you are leading a life for yourself and for the welfare of others. So Swami always said that we should help others. Swami never said, come and help me. He never told the Sevadal that you have to come here and look after this ashram, keep it clean, look after devotees. This is not what he said at all. He said, if you want to redeem yourself, you must help other people. So all these institutions are with the object of helping others. I'm very happy that Dr. Sundaresh mentioned about this appointment system. I very distinctly remember, just after the inauguration of the Bangalore Hospital, Super Speciality Hospital on January 29th, 2001, next day Bhagwan had a meeting of it was called a Board of Management. And those meetings were held sometimes in Bhagwan's presence. So that first meeting was held in Whitefield Hospital in Bhagwan's presence. He sat in the main chair and all of us were sitting. I was the youngest member in that group, so I was the last to sit on the right side. Everybody else started from the left. So the meeting started, then Swami asked, what do you want to do in this hospital? Like this, one by one, several doctors were there. He went on asking all of them. And finally, my turn came. He looked at me, and whatever, had to be said had already been said by the doctors. So he asked me, new chappu. Then I said, Swami, to my mind, this should be a hospital where any patient who comes here, he or she will be seen on that day, and some advice will be given, treatment will be given, if possible. Otherwise, the patient should know the position, what they are in. So he said, yes, this is how it should be. But it has taken us so many years now to achieve this, thanks largely to a very great initiative taken by the alumni of the university and other volunteers who have set up now a communication system by which you just call a number. Any patient calls the number and he asks for a time and a date and the specialty. They are given then and there, they are given a number and they can come on that day. And as doctor mentioned now, every patient who has an appointment who comes there is seen on that very day and is told what the problem is, what can be done, what cannot be done. So this is an amazing achievement to be done in a free hospital, because earlier we were discussing about where to put shelters for the people who come. They start lining up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's cold in Bangalore. Make a shelter for them. All these problems are there. And how do you maintain a list, waiting list and other things? Everything got resolved by this methodology that has been done, all because of keeping in mind what Swami said. Now Swami always used to say, Paropakaraya punyaya, papaya parapidanam. That means when you help others, that is punya, or you're earning merit. But if you trouble somebody else, that is demerit, and that's going to sin, it is going to haunt you. One more answer which Acharya gives is he asks in the same Prashnottara, he says, Kim Satyam, what is truth? And to that he answers, Bhuta Hitam. That means, do something which is good for all living beings. If you do something which is good for all livings, that is Satyam, that is the truth, that is what you should live for, that is how you should read your life. So if you look at these institutions, what are they doing? What are the doctors doing? They are looking at patients as people who deserve treatment, who are in trouble, who are in pain, who have to be relieved, both physically and mentally. And that's exactly what the doctors are doing. One more shloka I remember, which again is from Acharya. It says, Avinaya Mapanaya Vishnu, Damaya Manaha, Shamaya Vishaya Mruga Trishna, Bhutadaya Vistaraya Taraya Samsara Sagarataya. Means one prayer is Bhutadaya Vistaraya. I have some love for compassion for others. Prayer is, please keep on expanding this love. Expand this love. I want this love to be expansive. And Swami often said, expansion is life. And that is how it should be. So Swami started, as we rightly heard now, sometime in the early 50s, a small medical facility in Puttaparthi, which was, as I said, one doctor treatment center. And it has now expanded to practically all over India now. We have such hospitals in different parts of India, which renders that, though not run by the Central Trust. Now across the world, we have doctors who come here during the festival seasons and run medical camps here. In my recent visit to America, I visited many places and I heard about number of medical camps that are being held in different parts of the world. And so the doctors and others who are living in different parts of the world, they are running these facilities in different centers, high centers all over the world, all guided and inspired and blessed by Bhagwan. If you cannot think of another institution which is doing this, it's inconceivable. Now, as doctor mentioned, to expand is, Swami always used to say, if you want to give prasadam to a villager, don't ask him or her to come 5 miles to Puttaparthi and then ask him to wait here and give him prasadam. You should go to his doorstep. I remember many times I went along with the boys during the time that Navaratri time when they go. They would go to each house, go to the door, ask how many people are there, give them the prasadam, tell them Sai Ram, and then come. So in other words, you must go to the doorstep of the needy, was Swami's advice. So keeping view of that, we now have mobile hospitals, not only in Puttaparthi, they are in other parts of the country also. In Delhi we have one, Madras we have one. Many other places have started this. So it is and the quality of care that is being given in the mobile hospitals is increasing. We are expanding and we have got more modern facilities now in the mobile hospitals, which treats many ailments that are commonly there in these places. So the ultimate end is that we should do whatever we can to help everybody in the world and keep everybody happy, as we say, Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. I only like to end with a quotation from what Bhagavan said, and I quote, "The flower of compassion to all living beings is Sarvabhuta Daya Pushpam. It's very dear to God. From the seed of divinity grows the tree of creation. In this tree, the fruits are human beings who are jivatmas. In each of these fruits, divinity is present as a seed. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, Bijam mam sarva bhutanam. I am the seed in all living beings in the form of Atma, the soul. Recognizing the truth that God is present in the form of Atma in all living beings, being compassionate to all, is what God expects from you every day. God loves the flower of forbearance, Kshama, very much. It is truly the highest quality of a human being. Often you develop narrow ideas, thinking of I, my family, and treat others as different from me, when you should not be doing anything like this. Now, an unquote. Now, if you look at this quotation from Bhagavan, it becomes very clear that this was the message that he gave to the medical fraternity and to all his devotees. So that is why we have Sevadal who come here from different walks of life. Some of them are students, some of them are working, some are teachers, some of them could be professionals. They just shed their natural aura and they come here and they don a scarf and they are ready to do any task that is given to them. Nothing is menial for them. Everything is seva. Everything is seva to God. And we are so happy to see so many doctors from all over the world. They say, I'm going to take a 15-day break. I'm going to spend 1 week in that break in this hospital because I want to be of some service to the poor and needy which this hospital is serving. It is not that we invite them to say, we don't have doctors, so please come here. We have doctors, we have everything in the hospital. In fact, we have to slot them as to say, in this time, it's possible for us to accommodate you. I mean, this is a kind of demand that is there. I think this medical mission, as I said, has no parallel, and it is something which is unique, and many international associations, organizations have realized and recognized this, and we must only thank Bhagwan for giving us all an opportunity to be part of this mission, to do whatever little seva we can do, and to ensure that this mission continues in this glory and in better times that come in the future. We pray to Bhagwan to help us achieve this and for your blessings to all the people who are participating in this health mission, especially today and the next 2 days when you're going to have a wonderful conference. I had a look at the conference topics and I must say that more than 50% of it went above my head. But I'm going to attend a few sessions and I look forward to illuminating discussion among the doctors with the object of improving their knowledge and improving the state of healthcare that is being provided in Swami's institutions. Welcome to Puttaparthi. Wish you all a very happy and a pleasant stay and a safe return to your native. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
Bhagwan is the Purushottama. Sai Bhagavatam is replete with stories of incidents where Bhagwan has played the role of a doctor, a surgeon, a pharmacist, a dietitian. His divine discourses on health and healthcare contain the prescriptions of ills ailing the healthcare and life today. We now request the Honorable Trustees and Senior Doctors to release a book titled Sri Sathya Sai Ideal Healthcare to commemorate 70 years of Sri Sathya Sai Healthcare Mission. The book is a compilation of divine discourses and work done under Sri Sathya Sai Healthcare Mission. With blessings of Bhagwan, we are pleased to announce a landmark development in our pursuit of excellence in medicine and education. On 28th July 2025 in Tokyo, Japan, on behalf of the Trust, Dr. Sundaresh DC has signed 2 separate MOUs with following esteemed institutions: Institute of Science, Tokyo Cardiovascular Surgery, Japan; University of Chicago Medicine, Heart and Vascular Center, United States of America. These MOUs mark a significant milestone for our hospitals, paving way for deeper collaboration and advancement in medical sciences. We now have a video presentation on Sri Sathya Sai Ideal Healthcare.
हर प्राणी में साई.
I was almost dead that day. My bike skidded and I met with an accident. When I gained consciousness, I realized I was in coma for 20 days. I underwent 2 major surgeries. I had no money for the treatment, but they gave me free treatment here and sent me home healthy. If I am able to talk today, it is because of the compassionate care by the doctors and the nurses.
కనుకనే వాళ్ళు త్యాగానికి పూనుకోవాలి. కనుక బీదలను చూస్తే ఎంతో ఆప్యాయంగా వాళ్ళని దగ్గర చేర్చాలి. అది ఏ నిజమైనటువంటి యొక్క దయా ప్రేమలు. కనుక ఆ ప్రేమను మీరు పెంచుకొని.
Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba was born in 1926 in a remote village in South India called Puttaparthi. Baba was barely 14 when he renounced home, declaring his mission to serve and uplift humanity. India was reeling under severe hardships during the British rule then. In the parched, unforgiving land of Puttaparthi, the rural poor battled relentless adversity, deprived of even the most basic necessities like food, water, and medicine. His noble mother, Ishwaramma, expressed to him 3 wishes: a small hospital for the sick, especially for the young mothers, a school for their tiny tots, and a well to provide drinking water to all. In 1954, just 7 years after India's independence from centuries of colonization, Baba laid the foundation for the first free-of-cost hospital in Puttaparthi, which then did not even have a proper road, let alone electricity or any other amenity. What began with one doctor, 12 beds and one volunteer is now a 125-bedded hospital, half dedicated to mother and child care. It is the home of hope and solace for more than 600,000 people from 300 villages in the vicinity of Puttaparthi.
This hospital is verily a boon for this big population residing, as I said, in 12 mandals of this district, because it provides not only free but high quality and loving medical care. It provides not only the state-of-the-art medical service but a state-of-the-heart loving medical care.
There is this one old lady who used to come every time with many teeth pain. She has broken all of her teeth. She is like a beggar in bus stand. But she comes every now and then telling pain on this side, pain on this side, pain here. And whenever we relieve her pain, she feels so happy and she gives that beautiful smile. And second or third time when she came, she was so happy. She brought me 2 glucose biscuits in a cover and slid it slowly into my apron pocket, and she told, "Please have this from my side." I felt extremely thankful and happy for giving me such an opportunity to serve, where you will get such pure love.
No temple will be holier than this hospital. So I have that satisfaction. I get here both money and satisfaction. Also, my family is happy and I am happy as well.
This general hospital seemed just a prelude to the big announcement Baba made in November 1990, which was simply breathtaking.
వారిని చూచేటువంటి వారు ఎవరు? పట్టణానికి వెళ్లితే కలర్ నీళ్ళైనా వాళ్ళ ముఖాలు కొట్టరు. అలాంటి దురవస్థను గుర్తించి మనము ఇక్కడ ఒక పెద్ద వైద్యాలయాన్ని నిర్మించాము. బైపాస్ సర్జరీ కానీ, లేక కిడ్నీ మార్చడం కానీ, లంగ్స్ ఆపరేషన్ చేయటం కానీ, బ్రెయిన్ ఆపరేషన్ చేయటం కానీ అన్నీ ఉచితంగానే. ఇది ప్రారంభోత్సవం కూడాను అప్పుడే నిర్ణయించుకున్నాం. 91 నవంబర్ 22 ఇది ప్రారంభోత్సవం చేస్తాం.
Exactly a year later, Baba stunned the world as the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences became the first super specialty hospital in India to offer world-class tertiary care through state-of-the-art medical technology, totally free of charge to all patients with no discrimination whatsoever. It was unfurled by the then Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao, on November 22nd, 1991. For more than 3 decades now, this 300-bedded hospital has provided 4.3 million consultations and 320,000 surgeries and procedures across specialties like cardiology, cardiac surgery, ophthalmology, orthopedics, urology, plastic surgery, and gastroenterology.
It is not just me. Hundreds and thousands like me come here, get treated and happily go home. I will be forever indebted to him. What really impressed me is that both the rich and the poor are treated here with the same respect, care and love.
Anybody interested to come and work, we allow them to work. Only they should have skill. Then any number of time, 1 week, 10 days, free service if they can give, we will always accept their help and allow them to work in this hospital to get the pleasure of this hospital and grace of Swami.
Baba's indomitable will not only made this hospital sustain and blossom, but also led to the establishment of another similar hospital 10 years later in January 2001 at Bengaluru, inaugurated by the then Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
I can honestly say that I have rarely seen a hospital so magnificent, so grand and so breathtaking beautiful as this
Amid Bengaluru's tech hubs and corporate bustle, the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, Whitefield, stands as an oasis of healing for thousands battling stress, illness, and despair. This 333-bed super specialty hospital offers top-of-the-line tertiary care in cardiology, cardiac surgery, neurology, and neurosurgery. It has treated over 1.9 million patients, performed 28,000 plus cardiac surgeries, and 37,000 plus neurosurgeries, entirely free of charge.
The entire activity of this hospital is patient-centric, where everything that we do here has a bearing on how comfortable or easy it is for the patient to access the healthcare that is to be given here. And it's a very proud moment to say that we have the least mortality and morbidity of patients treated with major problems in this hospital. Our infection rate is less than 0.3%, and our mortality rate is also less than 1.2%.
Over 65% of patients treated at both these hospitals struggle to earn $1 a day.
It is very painful to see my son suffering. Actually, right from his childhood, he has a hole in the heart. People in our area told us to take him to Vijayawada, and they said it will cost us 4 to 5 lakhs. Hearing that broke our hearts. We asked so many people for help. Except God, nobody knows that there are days we have slept without food. After coming here, the staff, the nurses, and the doctors received us so well. Today my son is operated. They have revived my son's life. After coming here, my son's health is back and I don't need anything else.
I'm very poor. I have seen many people here, but no one is as poor as me. Doesn't matter. My Sai Baba will take care of me.
To save patients the expense of follow-up visits, doctors here even offer teleconsultations and guide them on post-operative care. This is done in partnership with the All India Sri Sathya Sai Seva organizations, with a large share of the non-clinical tasks carried out by these dedicated and enthusiastic volunteers. Clad in their distinctive blue and orange scarf, they infuse the hospital atmosphere with waves of selfless service.
When I step into the hospital every morning, I'm filled with a spring of energy to work. When I see patients returning after being cured, I feel so happy from within. And I feel 99% of people go back only happy.
The letters which we have collected from the patients speaks volumes about what every patient feels about the doctors, the nurses. They use the word bhalubasha, love. So that's something which they experience, which they say no other hospital in the world is capable of providing this.
I'm a farmer. When my son was 6 months old, he accidentally fell from my lap. He developed a nerve compression and his neck bent as he grew older, and there was difficulty in walking. We showed him to a doctor in our village. They said it would cost 2 to 3 lakhs. Now my son is being treated here. I feel so good, and the sisters are helping me a lot.
This hospital has a College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences too, offering free education to create skilled and compassionate professionals. In this majestic edifice, there is a general hospital as well, with departments in obstetrics, gynecology, general surgery, orthopedics, ophthalmology, ENT, and urology. All of these managed completely by volunteer doctors from Bengaluru and elsewhere.
I get all kinds of patients in my clinic. Poorest of the poor, richest of the richest. But if I'm not inclined to these principles and moral and everything, I would see money, earning. I don't look into his perspective. I don't become compassionate. I don't look into their feelings. I look only into my feelings. By coming here, I look into my patients, how I can help him out.
These hospitals also lead in the adoption of green technologies. Most of their energy requirements are fulfilled through solar power plants. Rainwater is optimally harvested and the water used is recycled for various purposes. The hospitals are also poised to turn into zero-waste institutions. Under Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0, the Whitefield Hospital has been recognized as a change maker and awarded for implementing best practices in the area of sustainability. With advanced IT systems, they are cutting their carbon footprint to the minimum. The hospitals have cloud-based IT architecture, and the patient information of all these institutions are integrated and centrally located at Prasanthi Nilayam for greater efficiency and privacy.
Degree and intensity of application of IT in this wonderful institute founded by Bhagwan. In fact, I was amazed to know that you are rated at level 6 and not more than 0.01% of the hospitals in the world have this kind of a rating. So I rate this as one of the probably the highest benchmarks which other hospitals and other healthcare givers should aspire. Because this is the best model you have where there's a wonderful integration between the technical component, the clinical component, as well as the administration wing.
I have also visited about 50 countries in a professional capacity and observed them both in the developing world, in the most advanced hospitals in the world. I will say that the Sai medical services come out as A1, number one. No patient, no sick patient has to make a choice between their kids' college education or getting treatment. So there should not be a choice for something very important and for them to get better.
In the last 10 years, the hospitals have moved on to futuristic MRI and CT scanners, aiding precise cardiac and neurocare, AI-powered ultrasounds, and enhanced echocardiography for accurate diagnosis. Similarly, the laboratories have upgraded to fluorescence immunoassays for early detection and immunohistochemistry markers for specific identification of the type and grade of tumors. In addition, sophisticated neuronavigation system, ultra-modern heart-lung machines, digital flat panel detector cath labs, and advanced neurosurgical microscopes have strengthened patient safety and outcomes of therapeutic interventions.
This male child from Dibrugarh, Assam, unfortunately born with a very complex congenital heart disease. We meaning whoever is performing this study, he or she is playing God. A little error this way or that way, you can make an inoperable child operable or vice versa. So these are not commonly performed surgical procedures. So this one was done for this child when he was around 3 years of age. Now for the second completion surgery, this study has been done. He gets at least another 2 or 3 decades of more of fruitful life.
Swami, please cure me. I want to go and play.
The Sai hospitals stand on these pillars: universal care, free care, comprehensive care, preventive care. These hospitals foster an environment where the spirit of volunteerism which is innate to every healthcare professional, finds its most beautiful expression. And this facet is absolutely moving. Loving voluntary care. Here, a constant stream of experts from diverse fields step forward, offering their time, skills, and resources to help these institutions thrive and shine. Baba says, you are what you eat. Food cooked here is pure and vegetarian. Every meal cooked in the dietary is first offered to God and then lovingly served.
Very proud to tell you that Swami's hospital has one of the best equipments. State-of-the-art laparoscopy equipments are there, and so many surgeries are being done. I think what I have seen over the years is even for junior doctors, they come, they join as a stopgap arrangement. These girls have stayed on.
Healing goes beyond curing disease. It nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. As a result, spiritual care becomes the subtle yet powerful undercurrent in these true temples of healing.
In this temple of healing, I should be able to contribute even in the smallest way. It would be like a drop in the ocean. But still, Swami, give us the strength to continue to serve selflessly.
I lost the life given by my mother during the accident. This is my second life given by Swami. I am ever grateful to Swami.
While these institutions offer the best of Medicare to those who came into its portals, what about the extremely poor who cannot afford to even come to these hospitals? Thus was born the Sri Sathya Sai Mobile Hospital in 2006, a hospital on wheels that goes to the doorstep of the illiterate and downtrodden. Equipped with advanced diagnostics like ultrasound, ECG, X-ray, and lab tests, it offers completely free care through 300 volunteer doctors covering 15 specialties. It indeed demonstrates an effective model to ease the healthcare burden of rural India.
I am so happy now that the mobile hospital has come. It would have been very expensive for us to get a treatment like this elsewhere. Here we are able to get good treatment without any trouble, and it's totally free of cost. By Baba's grace, we all are doing good.
Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, who proudly calls India the pharmacy of the world, commended these initiatives of the Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust during the inauguration of the Sai Hira Global Convention Center in July 2023.
सत्य साई बाबा ने मानव सेवा के लिए अस्पतालों का निर्माण कराया। प्रशांति निलयम में हार्ट अटैक हाईटेक हॉस्पिटल बनाकर तैयार हुआ। सत्य साई ट्रस्ट वर्षों से निःशुल्क शिक्षा के लिए अच्छे स्कूल और कॉलेज भी चला रहा है।
The only currency exchanged in Baba's hospitals is love.
My aim is to become a collector for this district and serve the people here just like Sai Baba has done with great love, care and compassion. Ensure patients are looked after with utmost care by having the best doctors and nurses like it is here. As a patient, I felt safe and valued. They cared for me like I truly mattered.
With no billing counter or donation box, what truly sets it apart is the dedication of countless inspired souls from India and abroad.
Today I feel so blessed to be able to take part in the Sri Sathya Sai Mobile Hospital. And the most powerful thing I've seen here is people's reaction to Swami's hospital and the team coming from Puttaparthi with a lot of love. The way they greet us and appreciate Swami's service is absolutely inspiring and moving.
I have been coming to the mobile hospital since last 13 years. I work with all veterans of the field. I learned so much. I feel happy and my batteries are charged. Every time I go on coming until my last breath.
The selflessness of many such inspired souls lead to the manifestation of these sacred realms where love flows endlessly as sacrifice.
Aham sarvanga kamalam samarpayami. Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Gajamukha Gananatha Suramuni Vandita Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Suramuni Vandita Gunashila Gajamukha Gajamukha Gananatha Gajamukha Gananatha Gajamukha Gajamukha
Krishna, Krishna, Yaduvara, Krishna.
दिन दुखियों से प्रेम करो मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दिन दुखियों से प्रेम करो मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दिन दुखियों से प्रेम करो मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दिन दुखियों से प्रेम करो मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। साई मेरा मैं तेरा ये प्रेम की बहती धारा। साई मेरा प्रेम की बहती धारा। साई मेरा मैं तेरा ये प्रेम की साई प्रसन्न होगा, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दिन दुखियों से प्रेम करो, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दिन दुखियों से प्रेम करो, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। साई मेरा मैं तेरा, ये प्रेम की बहती धारा। साई मेरा मैं तेरा, ये प्रेम की बहती धारा, ये प्रेम की बहती धारा, ये प्रेम की बहती धारा। मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। दिन दुखियों से प्रेम करो, मेरा साई प्रसन्न होगा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी सत्य साई हरे, भक्त जना संरक्षक, भक्त जना संरक्षक, पति महेश्वरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, शशिवदना श्रीकरा, सर्वा प्राणपति, स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपति, आश्रित कल्पन दीपा, आश्रित कल्पन दीपा, आवद्बांधवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, माता पिता गुरुदैवम मरियन्तयु नीवे, स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे, नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा, नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा, नागेन्द्र शयना। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा, सत्य साई महादेवा, मंगल आरती अनुप, मंगल आरती अनुप, मंगल गिरिधारी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम, सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम, सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम, सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। जय सद्गुरुदेवा। ओम शांति शांति शांति। समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु, सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शान्ति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्।